Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Arsenal Fan TV America, coming back to you here from the Pacific Northwest, USA. Welcome back to all our soccer fans, football fans around the world. Hey, listen, tough weekend for Arsenal. No doubt about it. You know, Jagunas, we'll jump into it right away. It's, it's sad that you now depend on the referee to have a good day or not because the referee should not be who determines the win or the loss in the game, right? He shouldn't be the one to determine how the game is played. He should just be refereeing the game. Unfortunately, with recent events from Arsenal games, now it happened over and over and over again, repeatedly. And this is not the first time, not the second time. You see the media talking about referees and Howard Webb and what's happening. I see the fans talking. You get the opinion of Arsenal fans. You get the opinion of neutrals. You get the opinion of haters, the people that don't like Arsenal. And you got the media because, everyone is different. The media doesn't really give you what's happening. They give you speculations. They fire things up. They increase rumors so they could sell their news, right? So sometimes you're like, okay, where is the truth? Now, the truth in front of my eyes. I don't really have to go and listen to anybody to analyze what I saw, right? Because if you watch the Liverpool game and watch the Arsenal game, the Liverpool-Chelsea game, of course, and the Arsenal-Bournemouth, you will be able to see clearly how the referees are inconsistent. And I mean by inconsistent only against Arsenal. They just want to, they bring you the letter of the law. They bring you the rules and the regulations only when it's against Arsenal. It's like every referee will study every bit of rules. They will just get these, rule books and read them right before Arsenal game. It seems like they're only educated in front of Arsenal. But, before we go on forward, and we're going to talk about also, I had to talk about referees first because this game, of course, as we all know now, and I didn't want to come up with an episode right away because I wasn't really ready. I wanted to watch other games and see the inconsistency first and then come out to you here with a show. So now that I'm ready to get out of the show, I had to talk about the referees first, but we'll go and start talking about this game, unfortunately, that we lost 2-0 to Bournemouth. And this is our first loss of the season. And it is devastating. And it is not good. And there's a lot of angles. You can see this loss and a lot of angles you can analyze and talk about that loss, right? But before we do such, don't forget, click that subscribe button. Click that button right now. Subscribe, like, and share. We're going to go right away like we always do to Arsenal's formation. 4-2-3-1 on paper, I would say. Of course, David Raya was our starting goalkeeper. In front of him, we had Ben White was back. I'm not sure he's fully fit, but Jurrien Timber is out. So here's Ben White. Ben White played last year, just FYI, your Arsenal right back, for the majority of the season carrying an injury and a knee injury. Knee injuries, they're just very, very difficult because they really affect your game. But we could see the England international, the young man is amazing, Ben White. So he starts, he's back in the lineup because, again, the injured Jurrien Timber. I'm not sure if Ben White is fully recovered or not. We're used to him playing injured. Now, next to him, of course, the partnership in the middle of our defense are two solid center defenders, William Saliba and Gabriel. Left back, again, Ricardo Calafiori, our new player, new signing. Started again, good game, solid performance by him. Every game he started, he actually impressed me. He's a bargain for what we paid for. And now midfield. So for midfield, I know on paper, it was more like Raheem Sterling, Declan Rice, and Thomas Partey, but it wasn't that way. I saw midfield, two holding midfielders, and I'm not sure why would we play against Bournemouth. And I know it's an away game. We're playing them at their own home, but I wouldn't play two holding midfielder. However, Mikel Arteta seems to know his friend, the other coach, a little better than I do. But anyways, so he started with Declan Rice and Thomas Partey as two holding midfielders. On top of them, I saw diamond shape. The bottom of the diamond shape, which is more towards the midfield, would be Mikel Merino. I was surprised to see him start. Let me just be honest with you. To the left, we had Trossard. Through the middle, Kai Havertz. And to the right, we had Raheem Sterling. You know, I've seen that movie before where Willian came in when we got him from Chelsea because they were done with him. And we lost a couple of 3 games with him. So hopefully that's not the same scenario. But I was not ready to see Raheem Sterling come into this game. Now, you're going to tell me, hey, listen, have you heard of this, the statistics of Raheem Sterling scoring every time he played Bournemouth? I mean, that's just one of the places that he is consistently scoring there, always. And to be honest with you, I'm going to also add to that, he started the game at the very beginning. He was probably the best Arsenal player moving. Yes. Was that the right choice? Or it wasn't? I'm not sure. I'm not sure because of the formation I saw. Him and Mikel Merino, Raheem Sterling and Mikel Merino, Trossard and Kai Havertz, that's the first time these players play together, right? So how would you expect from them to perform like a Martin Odegaard that knows where Kai Havertz wants the ball? I don't think there was a lot of connection between Kai Havertz and Mikel Merino. And Mikel Merino was playing in Martin Odegaard's, of course, hurt position. But you could see that he didn't do any of what Martin Odegaard usually does. Even to go and close the, goalkeeper run at the defense or whatever. But I'm not saying Mikel Merino is bad, but no, he's bad at that position. That's not what we bought him for. Now, if I look on the bench, yes, I would definitely start Ethan Nwaneri. He is 17 years old, yes. Remember when he came on that at that PSG game? Remember that? He changed the game. So he could change games. And he is a player that you can fit in that role. You don't have now to take the defensive-minded Mikel Merino and put him in an uncomfortable position. He doesn't know you. He doesn't know the team. He doesn't know what that position requires. And I'm not sure he watched a lot of tape for what Odegaard does. I'm not sure how he was prepared either, but he wasn't ready for that role, right? Injuries, they force you to do things. Games are different. Opponents, are different. We have coming up Shakhtar Donetsk tomorrow. That's Tuesday. Yes, it's that quick coming at you. And it's going to be more and more games coming at you. So we have to be prepared. I did not like how we started, to be honest. Again, I would definitely have started Martinelli, not Raheem Sterling. And I would definitely start Nwaneri, that, again, spend much more time with Arteta, with the team, knowing what they want to do. I wouldn't start Mikel Merino. I would bring him on second half off the bench. He would be a good sub and a strong sub. But that's what happened. That's how we started. Fast forward, we had game in us. We moved okay. We created okay. Didn't finish, unfortunately. And here comes half an hour in the game, and let's now talk about what happened by the referee or from the referee. Bad pass by Trossard. Looked back to goal. Try to get it back to Raya. Raya was advanced, but wasn't advanced enough. So the ball was in the middle of Raya and Saliba and their player that's going up front. Or their, attack. So William Saliba is trying to get across. It's hard. They're both running. He hit his leg. He put his hand on him. It's a foul. He goes down. The referee gives a yellow card. Gives a foul. Okay, it is a yellow card. It's a foul. Let's talk to the player. Let's move on forward. No. We see in the stands, and I'm telling you what happened. I'm not saying who said what. The camera goes right away to Howard Webb. And Howard Webb was talking to someone. He had an earpiece and was talking to someone. Now, after the game, the media came and Sky Sports News and everyone else, and that's defending the FA and defending the English Premier League. And right away said, oh, this is ridiculous that anyone would think that Howard Webb will say something to the referee and the referee will change their mind. But hold on. We see the camera. They didn't mean that. Go on Howard Webb. He's talking. We see now the referee is told, get out and look at VAR. He gave a yellow card. So he goes to look at VAR and he comes back. Looks like he was told to give a red card to William Saliba. Yep. I'm not sure. So let's now analyze this. Number one, that referee never played football. Why? If you played football, you know that Saliba's stuck with the player, right? He's sticking to the player that he fouled. If that player ran, what happens? He's not going to score because he got David Raya. He's got Gabriel that can come up, or Ben White actually was closer, right? Ben White can go all the way back and meet him back. It's 45 yards between where the foul took place, between then and the goal line. 45 yards. So you want to tell me that he's going to go all 45 yards. William Saliba's not going to catch him, and he's going to go straight to goal, and then he's going to score at David Raya? I'm not sure that this was the scenario that the ref thought. So right away, he gave a yellow card, right? And it was the right call. Now, if you watched the other games this weekend, in particular, before we talk about the City game, let's go to Liverpool-Chelsea. Same thing happened. Same exact thing. Maybe just a couple of yards, right? Different. But it's the same exact thing. But the foul from the Chelsea player was much, much more violent. I mean, he just stepped all over the Liverpool player. And the referee gave what? Yellow card. So I'm not sure now if anybody wants to say, oh no, it's not just Arsenal. Oh no, it's everyone else. It's correct. Now that's a fact. You could just watch both of them. That was never a red card for William Saliba. Unfortunately, the ref gave it. And that yellow card that the Chelsea player got, that's the right call. I'm actually, if it was a red card, you know what? Thinking about it now, if you were to give a red card, you would give the Chelsea player a red card, because it looked like it was very violent. A ref gave a red card there, I would be like, okay. Even if it was against Arsenal, right? Because it was very rough. Not just a come together like William Saliba. That was not malicious, right? But I saw the Chelsea player maliciously bringing down the Liverpool player and holding him also. You please go watch it. I can tell you the difference between this and that. I can tell you what I saw, but I urge you to go watch it. You can see them both in pictures all over the internet and social media platforms. You can see the comparison. But what a ridiculous call again. Now, let's go back to that Howard Webb situation. Yeah, he talked to someone, he said something. That's what I believe. That is what I believe. Why? Because after that, the English media lied. Said that he never talked to nobody. And then they put the camera on him while he was not talking. That was not what happened. Go watch the game. We watched it here in the United States. We saw Howard Webb texting in the stand. So we saw him. I'm not sure if whomever is releasing these statements know what we saw on TV. And they call it ridiculous. I call them ridiculous. Referees, that's now gone above and beyond. It's a corrupt business now. I mean, and facts are surfacing everywhere. Hopefully the English Premier League and FA and English FA do something about it. Hopefully they do something about it. I'm not sure they will, but it is what it is. Let me take you to another shambolicness of an event, or a shambolic event that happened. Manchester City. Manchester City's goal this weekend to win the game was offside. Was 100% offside. And that's when the inconsistency comes. Why? When a player is interfering, and a player is in the middle of the goalkeeper and the ball, that means he's interfering the play. That's it. It's an offside. But everyone is claiming that Bernardo Silva, that was right in front of the goalkeeper, between, again, the shooter and the goalkeeper, in an offside position, was not interfering with the play. That's a problem. It's a problem that we hear Manchester City paying people like Michael Oliver to fly to Dubai, £25,000 or so, just that was reported or rumored, maybe more, maybe whatever, just to go ref a game for the same owners of Man City. These referees should not be accepting because we're going to talk about it. If you make a good call for City, and if you allow City to do what they want, now you're getting paid by City. Yeah, now we're going to say that. And we're going to look and find that you did fly to Dubai and to the Emirates to ref some games out there, and you took ginormous amount of money. You know, nobody pays $25,000 for a game, 25,000 pounds, that's almost $30,000 just to ref a game. I would love to be that referee, right? So there's something going on here, and there's a lot of rumors, but there's also a lot of facts. And I'm not sure why are we mixing facts with rumors now. We should just stick with what we see, because when we see it, it's a fact. When we saw Howard Webb texting and calling, that was a fact. It was right after the call. During the referee going out, he was talking, right? And then after the game, you come out and tell me this didn't happen, or it's ludicrous that people would think that he made a call and he changed the ref's opinion. We don't believe you. That's just what it is. So again, as an Arsenal fan, or as a neutral, or as anyone that loves this game, please stop this shambolicness that's happening with the referees at the English Premier League. It's now pretty obvious that some of them really don't know what they're doing, and it's pretty obvious that some of them just are targeting clubs like Arsenal, and some of them also, not just about targeting a club like Arsenal, some of them actually are helping Manchester City. Yes, it's pretty obvious now. Hopefully, we can only hope it changes. Of course, second half goes on for us to concede a couple of goals. Two mistakes, to be honest with you. One of them caused a penalty kick that we got scored on. So 2-0, the game is done. Bournemouth won. That was the referee. But I'm going to talk about us. I didn't see a whole lot from us to prove to me that we can overcome these referees' mistakes and big objections. So I didn't see, Arsenal going to another gear. Now, we had 52% of the ball. They had 48% of the ball. I mean, we made plenty of passes. We had the football, but unfortunately, we didn't execute. And now, towards the end of the game, when you see a Gabby Jesus coming in, what is he going to do? He doesn't even score when we're 11, right? So is he going to score when we're 10 men? I didn't think so, and it didn't happen. You can't say nothing about William Saliba. You can't say nothing about him. He's a Class A. He's a Class A defender. He is the best in the world right now. In the world. I think him and Rudiger from Real Madrid are the best two center backs in the world. Of course, with all due respect to Gabriel Migueles, but Gabriel is right there, maybe the third or fourth. He's with Van Dijk and all these guys. But again, Saliba and Rudiger, they're just exceptional. I think so. And to be honest with you, I would not blame him at all. Of course, we had to make a substitute first half. Jacob Kivor comes in for Raheem Sterling. When Raheem Sterling was hot, again, I'm not sure about that. I would have taken maybe Mikel Merino out, and I would have put Kai Havertz back and have Raheem Sterling, Martinelli even, and Trossard go up as the diamond going up together, and Declan Rice and Thomas Partey sitting behind, and play with three defenders. Yes. But again, Mikel Arteta put Gabby Jesus, didn't do a whole lot. Our substitutes weren't great. The second half was not great. I didn't see us coming back. I mean, hey, listen, we tried, but they were also strong on the day. So, with that said, first loss, Premier League sets us back now to be third. Liverpool back to number one position or number one place. They had it prior into going to this weekend, and they beat Chelsea, and they back up top. They have one loss, 4 wins for Liverpool. They're looking strong, so they're number one with 21 points. Number 2 is Manchester City. City won again, so City joins Aston Villa, the only 2 undefeated teams so far this year. The only teams that did not have any losses. They didn't lose to any team this year, Aston Villa and City. So City's in second, 20 points, played 8. Third now is Arsenal, 17 points, played 8. And we have the same points as Aston Villa, Unai Emery, 17 points. They have the same points like us. So we, third and fourth, we're tied, but we only have 2 more goals on them when it comes to goal differentials. They have 5, we have 7, plus 5, they have plus 7, we have. And now Brighton is number 5. As you can see, number 5, Brighton, 15 points. Chelsea is 6th with 14 points. 8 games everybody played. Next, we are going to be playing Shakhtar Donetsk, and that is what? A Champions League game. Yes, tomorrow, Tuesday, we will be facing Shakhtar Donetsk back at the Emirates. So hopefully we erase the bad memories from the weekend by a good win against Shakhtar. They're not an easy team. They play, they have spirit, they have heart, you know. They can be strong on the day, and they're always in the Champions League, and they always know how to play this competition. So it's not an easy opponent by all means. So hopefully we show up as the A team, as the Arsenal that we know, and win that game. Now, weekend, Liverpool. Yes. I know and understand what happened in this last weekend, and I know what it did to our title challenge. But I also know that this coming weekend, Premier League, is going to either put more salt to that wound, or we're going to prevail and get back up top. If we beat Liverpool, now we'll have 20 points. They have 21 points. So we have to beat them to keep up with them and with City. So it's going to be a very good game, but it's also one of those early title deciders. Come on, you Gunners. Let's get back to our winning ways. Let's get back to our strong ways. Let's revise the starting lineups, put the right people at the right place so we can get back to those winning ways, right? What a tough weekend. Again, I say it, what a tough weekend. I know it's going to stay with you for a little bit, but hopefully tomorrow, it's a couple of days in between, Tuesday right away. So hopefully tomorrow, Arsenal lets us forget what happened this weekend with a win against Shakhtar Donetsk. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you after the Champions League games, and I'll come back to you with a new episode about our Champions League. Of course, you know that we cover Arsenal all the way, all day, every day, but also we cover the Champions League or the European Champions League. So I will see you after the Arsenal game. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I will see you next episode. Take care.